Good morning. My name is Yale Yandel, Nevada Arts Council Board member and panel chair for the FY24 Operating Support Grant panel review. I call day 2 of this meeting to order at 10:05, Thursday, October 26th, 2023. This public meeting is being recorded. Please remember to identify yourself each time you speak and to speak loudly and clearly so that your comments can be clearly recorded and so that audience members can hear you. Please note, as also shared by our day 1 meeting due to scheduling conflicts, day 2 of our panelists, Ruby Lopez Harper and Daniela Moriarty, are unable to attend the panel review meetings. However, we honor their review work by including the preliminary scores and in the final average, and we will be read aloud by staff when individual scores for each application are confirmed. Their comments are also available upon request by emailing applications. That's at the grant@nevadaculture.org or through the submittable application message center. Thank you for joining us today on this virtual meeting, and thank you again to our grant panelists, Erica Abad, Stephanie Gibson, Jackie Lillis Warwick, and if this is a time for any staff members to chime in to introduce themselves on the call. Staff members?
Good morning. Michelle Patrick, Community Arts Development Specialist in the Las Vegas office.
Hi, everyone. Erica Hill, Community Arts Development Specialist in our Carson City office. I'm joining you today from my home in Reno.
Steph Montgomery, I'm the Grants and Project Analyst in the Carson office.
Good morning, Krista Ficken from the Grants Program, joining you virtually today.
Harry Ward, Deputy Attorney General, regarding the open meeting law. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for those introductions. We will now take public comment. A period of public comment will be allowed at the beginning and at the end of the meeting. Members of the public who wish to participate during a public meeting may do so by providing public comment during the 2 designated public comment periods. And members of the public attending may not speak except during the public comment section. Public comments may also be submitted via email to grants@nevadaculture.org. Because of time considerations, the period for public comment by each speaker may be limited to 3 minutes at the discretion of the chair and speakers. We are urged to avoid repetition of comments by previous speakers. Applicants who are attending today do not have an unfair advantage over those who are not in attendance. And committee will not take public comment regarding any grant applications under considerations. Is there anyone joining us today in today's meeting who wishes to provide public comment? Was any public comment received via email? Staff, can you answer that question for me?
This is Krista. If there's anybody joining us today that would like to provide public comment at this time, please raise your hand, and then we will open the function for you to be able to speak. We'll give you just a moment. I do not see any public comment via email, and I do not see any raised hands, so we can move forward. Thank you.
Okay, moving on. We will now continue the review of the FY24 Operating Support Grant applications. As a reminder, all applications received were reviewed by staff for eligibility. Only then moved to the panel review process. Each panelist reviewed the applications and supplemental materials online and submitted preliminary scores and comments for all applications. As a reminder, panel members are not permitted to enhance any application by offering their personal knowledge of an applicant. No information beyond the application itself may be discussed. Staff may only provide clarification and or persist panelists in locating information. In accordance with the Nevada open meeting law, panelists may not discuss any application outside of this public meeting. So please make sure that no discussion regarding applications occurs during breaks, lunch, or after the meeting adjourns each day. All panelists previously received information regarding conflicts of interest. If a panelist stands to profit in some way from awarding of a grant of any applicants, panelists must refrain from participating in the discussion and scoring of that application. Conflict of interest forms were given to panelists previously and have already been signed and turned into Nevada Arts Council staff. I will continue to introduce the application by stating the application number, organization name, and a brief description of the project. Then I will ask each panelist to state their name, total preliminary score, and initial comments for that application. After all the panelists have spoken, I will open up the floor for further discussion on that application. After all comments and discussion, Nevada Arts Council staff will begin the final scoring process. Final scores may be the same as preliminary scores or may differ as the panel discussion of the application may have an informed a change in the score. If a panelist has a change in score, they must state the reason for the change. We will take breaks as needed during the meeting, and panelists, please feel free to break at any time. So let me introduce the application by stating the application number, organization name, project description, then initiate the panel discussion, calling panelists to provide the preliminary score and comments. Erica Abad, Stephanie Gibson, Jackie Lillis Warwick. After all the panelists have spoken.
This is Krista Yale.
Yeah.
The piece that you're reading right now is for your informational.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know what your steps are for this. We are on number 0046 at this point. So you'll just look at your script piece for number 0046 and just read its number, its organizational name, a little snippet of information, and then you'll just call in each of the gals and one at a time. And they kind of went through this the other day, so they're pretty comfortable with the flow of it too. So it'll help you moving along quickly too.
All right, thank you. OSG 240046, District Arts. District Arts mission is to provide the artists with unprecedented opportunities and working to build relationships with corporation and host sponsor for the artists. So you want me to read through each one of these, or we're going to discuss each one?
This is Steph Montgomery. So yeah, so you'll go, so you just read the application number, the name, the description, that's perfect. And then you'll go back to that box that's on page 2, and you can just go ahead and call on each panelist in random order every time, and then I'll pop in at the end and confirm the scores.
Okay, can I hear from panelists? Erica Abad, please.
This is Erica, and good morning. My preliminary score was that of a 72 because I couldn't must have been a day. I couldn't see the budget, and I would like to change my score to 82. And the comments I said were as follows. One second. This organization does important work in showcasing new artists. However, they're still working on gaining stability post-pandemic. And their personnel documents are 2 copies of the same document, which was a concern, despite the fact that they have strong artistic impact.
Okay, thank you. Can I hear from Jackie Lillis Warwick, please?
Yeah, hi, this is Jackie. Yeah, I scored them at a 62. I too noticed, they had they didn't have board information. They were missing that in their application packet, and it wasn't available on their website. I felt the application was just lacking a lot of specifics. It read really aspirational, which was great, and I enjoyed reading it, but it just wasn't very detailed. The budget narrative kind of had a little some concerns for me. They didn't list any administrative or artist costs. There were also no in-kind revenue listed, so that was, I didn't understand how that could be. The short and long-term goals, again, were a little lacking in details. They had some great evaluation questions they were asking, though, and I like to see that. They didn't have a lot in their demographic information or the participating artists or the audiences. So it was clear that they have a real passion and creativity in this organization. I just would have liked a little bit more details. Thank you.
Thank you. Stephanie Gibson, please.
Stephanie Gibson, thank you. Good morning, everybody. I really struggled with this application as well. I will note my current score is 48. I'd like to bring that up to a 60. My comments are as follows, and I echo my colleagues here. I was able to locate the mission of the organization on the website they provided, but it would have really benefited the application to have the mission up front at the first question with a bit more clarity on what the organization seeks to accomplish. I do agree there was so much passion there. The application lacks clarity, though, on staffing boards and reporting structures. So some more robust structure here would surely benefit the team who are trying to connect artists with opportunities, which is surely a good thing to be doing. The very small organization is passionate and appears to be well connected in the community and cites many collaborative partners, but details are lacking on what they do together. So based on their budget and the organization requires funding to maintain their building, but then I didn't see anything in the budget about that in the application. Thank you.
Thank you. NAC staff, do you have final scores for this applicant?
This is Steph Montgomery. So after all of the applicants have, or excuse me, after all of the panelists have given their comments and scores, Yael, if you could just ask if there's any further discussion. Sometimes, just a little discussion about the application. So I'll just ask now this time, is there any further discussion, panelists? Okay, so.
Erica here. I think I'm going to keep my score originally, listening to my peers' comments. I'm going to keep it at a 7.2.
This is Steph Montgomery. Thanks so much, Erica. I'm going to go ahead and fix that quickly then. Okay, so now let me go ahead and confirm scores for OSG 24. Oh, I apologize that this is, I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know why. Apologies. Boy, something's in the air today, huh? Okay. Okay, confirming scores for OSG 24-0046 District Arts.
Steph, this is Krista. Your screen is not showing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, what a day.
This is Krista. I'll just real quick, a reminder for everybody to say names before speaking. So Yael, that goes for you too. All of us have to say our names before speaking so that if there's a transcript needed, it's much easier to get that put together. Thank you.
This is Steph Montgomery. Thanks so much, Krista. Okay, everyone can see my screen now, correct? Okay, fabulous. Okay, so confirming scores for OSG 24-0046 District Arts. Jackie, your score, please.
This is Jackie. I scored a 62.
Thank you. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 60.
And this is Steph Montgomery. Stephanie, can I have you just recap quickly your justification for
Oh,
change?
thank you. Yes, Stephanie speaking. I was moved by my two colleagues' discussion of the passion that this organization has, and I don't want my score in any way to be punitive, but encouraging. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Steph Montgomery speaking. Erica, your score, please.
This is Erica, 72.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0046 District Arts are Erica, 72, Ruby, 70, Jackie, 62, Stephanie, 60, Danielle, 83, for an average score of 69.4.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandel again. All right, let's move on to the next applicant. The OSG 24-0047 Reno Philharmonic Association. The Reno's Phil mission is to produce inspirational symphonic performances of the highest quality for diverse audience and support exceptional education, outreach, and engagement programs. Let's go through the list here again, starting with Jackie Lillis Warwick.
Yeah, this is Jackie. I scored them at a 95. I really enjoyed this application. I thought they had a great website. I really liked how the board was split into committees and each committee had a staff liaison. I thought that was a great structure. The background of the board was also varied. I really appreciated the breakdown by percentage of the budget in their budget summary. And the budget sheet overall was well done. Their programming, I enjoyed reading about. I really liked the Play for a Day programs, especially. They mentioned that they didn't track demographics, which I thought was nice of them to mention up front, but it did sound like they had a good understanding of their community. And they were attempting to extend their reach into new communities, specifically Hispanic populations. I thought they had great community impact and a great emphasis on diversity in their repertoire. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandel again. Can we hear from Stephanie Gibson, please?
Stephanie speaking. My score for the Reno Philharmonic is 92. My notes are as follows: a well-established and well-positioned organization in Northern Nevada with a proven track record of service and performance in the region, a very diverse offering of programming with a visible commitment to reaching new audience with non-traditional programming, things like movie and concert, play for the day, school programs, and so on. The organization relies on national colleagues and industry best practices when considering thoughtful representation in programming. I appreciated learning about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is Yale Yandel again. Erica Abad, please.
This is Erica. I initially gave them a score of 86. This organization provides excellent artistic content for the region. They did a very good job in explaining their community impact. Apparently there was a day where I couldn't see budgets, but now I can see it. So I would like to change my score to a 96.
Thank you, Erica. Yeah, let's go to the NAC staff. So the other scores, let's put those up and tally the scores.
This is Steph Montgomery. Any further discussion, panelists? Okay, confirming scores for OSG 24-0047 Reno Philharmonic Association. Erica, your score, please.
I changed my score to 96 because the budget I couldn't access when I first opened the document, I can now open.
Thank you. Jackie, your score, please.
This is Jackie. My score was a 95.
Thank you. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 92.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0047 Reno Philharmonic Association are Erica 96, Ruby 91, Jackie 95, Stephanie 92, Danielle 93, for an average score of 93.4.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandell again. Are there any further discussions needed about scores or score changes? All right, seeing none, I'm going to move on here. The Nevada Ballet Theater, which is OSG 24-0048. The mission of the Nevada Ballet Theater is to educate and inspire statewide, regional, and national audiences and vitality impact on the community life through professional company productions, dance, training, and community education. Let's hear from Erica on her scores for this applicant.
This is Erica. I'll read my comments and then talk about my score. The organization staff showcases that they're working at capacity, and that they're still recovering from COVID. They have good short and long-term plans and explain their community impact. Like I had said, with a handful of applications, there was a day I was reviewing them, I couldn't see budgets. So I initially gave them a score of 90, but I can see their robust budget now. So I'm willing to change my score to even 100.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandell. Can we hear Stephanie Gibson's scores, please?
Stephanie Gibson, my score is 94. This organization demonstrates an established history in their community as well as a solid mission to impact community life through dance. They employ a robust board and staffing structure, and they are responsive to audience data and have strategies in place to attract larger, more diverse audiences. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandell again. Let's hear from Jackie Lillis Warwick on her scores, please.
This is Jackie. I scored at a 90, and I really liked how the organization recognized that it needed to appeal and reflect their community in addition to being informed by COVID on their facility update. I thought that they did a good job of recognizing the importance of providing opportunities to non-professionals to come up with new work for the organization. The community impact demonstrated that they really knew their community. It was very aspirational, and I enjoyed reading it. I thought, what else? No, that's about it. Yeah, thank you.
Any further discussions of scores or score changes? Let's hear staff show the tallies up on the board and give a final count.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0048 Nevada Ballet Theater. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 94.
Thank you. Erica, your score, please.
I changed my score to 100 due to a technical oversight being addressed.
Thank you. And Jackie.
This is Jackie. I scored a 90, but I'd like to raise it to a 94, given what my colleagues had said and that I couldn't find in my notes why I would have scored it as 90.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0048 Nevada Ballet Theater are Erica 100, Ruby 97, Jackie 94, Stephanie 94, Danielle 94, for an average score of 95.8.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandell again for the record. Let's move on to the next applicant. OSG 24-0049, the Las Vegas Philharmonic. The Las Vegas Philharmonic's mission is to inspire a lifelong appreciation of music through performances and educational experiences for our community that enhances the lives of our residents and the culture of our city. Let's talk to you, Erica. What did you score for this applicant?
I scored them at an 84, but more technical oversights addressed. So I intend on changing it. This organization has strong organizational capacity. They have begun to discuss community impact, and while their artistic merit is clear, it'd be great to hear more about their impact. And I'd like to change the score to 92 from 84.
Okay, thank you. This is Gail Yandel again. Let's hear from Jackie Lillis Warwick, please.
This is Jackie. I scored this at a 71. I'm listening to my other colleagues on that, thinking about changing it, but I did have a couple of questions that were left from their application. Primarily that they didn't discuss their programming in the application. It was on their website, but I didn't see any of the further details within the application. So I would have liked to have seen some details on that. They had mentioned that they had record ticket sales for the year in the application, but then when I looked at the budget, it really didn't reflect that. And they also just used a couple of like they said that their programming mentioned that concerts must be exciting, but then they didn't define what they meant by exciting. They said they liked to use world class, and they didn't define that. So I just left me with a couple of questions. But overall, I did like their organizational structure, and I thought that they really were doing I liked that they were engaging a consultant to reach new audiences, and I thought their community impact section again, and I didn't really mention any sort of community impact or educational outreach programming that they were doing, but again, it was clear from their website that they were doing such things. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. This is Gail Yandel for the record again. Did I ask you Stephanie Gibson already?
No,
I'm
I'm up next. Thank
So
you.
Let's hear
Stephanie Gibson. My score is 89. I note that this is a well-established organization in Southern Nevada with a simple and straightforward staffing structure. The organization serves families and community members of all ages and commendable for a traditional musical organization. The application indicates strong revenues from ticket sales, but it would have been beneficial to see more diversity in revenue for added health of the organization. But I did note that the organization seems aware and committed to diversity in programming and in outreach.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandel for the record again. Any other further discussions from our panelists? Hearing none, let's go to the NAC staff and put the scores on the board, please.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0049 Las Vegas Philharmonic. Jackie, your score, please.
Yeah, I had scored at a 71, but given what my colleagues have said, I will raise that to an 85, please.
Thank you, Jackie. Stephanie?
Stephanie, 89.
Thank you. And Erica?
This is Erica. My updated score is 92 because technical oversights have been addressed.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0049 Las Vegas Philharmonic are Erica, 92, Ruby, 92, Jackie, 85, Stephanie, 89, Danielle, 85, for an average score of 88.6.
Is there any other further discussion? This is Gail Yandel for the record. Hearing no other, oh, go ahead.
Further discussion would happen prior to stores or to the scores, just FYI for that piece. And I just wanted to mention real quick that The full name doesn't need to be like first, last, everything doesn't need to be called out when saying your own name or calling out anybody else's name. Just if you don't want to, if you do want to, keep cruising, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Okay, thank you for that. Anyway, this is Yale for the record. Let's talk about OSG 24-0050. Note Able Music Therapy Services. Note Able Music Therapy Services is a unique nonprofit organization that bridges the gaps between the arts, disability services, education, rehabilitation, and mental health. Let's hear from Erica Abad on this scoring, please.
This is Erica, and I gave this application 100. Their mission statement articulates impact and provides great detail. Their artistic excellence centers on the impact of diverse communities more than artistic diversity. They've outlined their strategic plan by time and categories, which I appreciated. They state that their programming is at the center of their work, which makes clear their investment in community impact.
Okay, thank you. This is Yale again. Stephanie Gibson.
Stephanie Gibson, my score is 91. I agree with my co-panelist. This is an excellent application. This is a long-serving organization in Northern Nevada that bridges many community needs, including arts education, disability services, and health. An impressive connection to many other nonprofits in the region, and it also has a huge capacity for collaboration and partnerships. There's a dedicated commitment to evaluation and growth as an organization, and it's a really great testament to this organization. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. Erica Abad.
This is Erica. I just gave my score. I think you meant.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jackie Lillis Warwick.
Hi, this is Jackie. I gave this 100. I also really enjoyed this application and echo a lot of what my colleagues say. I really appreciated that the expansion goals of the organization were driven by data from the community. They had a lot of great quantitative data when they were discussing their community impact and outreach. And I liked that they defined what they meant when they say quality. If you're going to use terms, I always like when you tell us what you mean by that and how it works through your organization. So I just overall really enjoyed reading this application.
Thank you. Any further discussions from our panelists? Hearing none, let's put the scores on the board and see what the staff has to say.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0050, Notable Music Therapy Services. Erica, your score, please.
This is Erica. My score is 100.
Thank you. Jackie.
This is Jackie. My score was 100.
Thank you. Stephanie.
Stephanie, 91.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0050 Notable Music Therapy Services are Erica 100, Ruby 96, Jackie 100, Stephanie 91, Danielle 94, for an average score of 96.2. And I would note that next in the panel script, Yale, we do have a break, but it's optional. We can see if the panelists feel like they can push on or not. We're a little ahead of schedule. So I will leave that up to you all.
Sure, this is Yale Yandel for the record again. I mean, I'd prefer to push on, but if anyone wants to take a 10-minute break, just shout it out and we'll take a 10-minute break. No break. Okay, we got a tough panelist group here. All right, let's move on then. OSG 24-0051, the Western Folklife Center. The Western Folklife Center uses story and culture expression to connect the American West to the world. Erica, what did you score this applicant?
This is Erica. I gave this applicant a score of 95. Yes. The organization excels in telling us where the bulk of their revenue comes from, which is their Cryboy Poetry Fest. They clearly describe their staff, artistic selection process, and events. Aside from bringing folk art to their region, the organization provides professional development to up-and-coming artists, which was refreshing. In the next application, their discussion of artistic excellence would benefit from more detail. Still a great organization doing important work.
This is Yale for the record again. Thank you, Erica. Stephanie Gibson, can you score this candidate, please?
Yes, Stephanie Gibson, my score is 94. This is a well-respected and firmly established organization with a long history of serving a wide community in rural Nevada and beyond. There is a very robust board structure and a practical strategic plan to bring in audience through online features and grow a younger audience over the long term. There is a very sophisticated marketing strategy that points to success, as well as a deep commitment to artists and artistic production. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is Yale for the record again. Jackie Lewis Warwick, can you vote, please?
Yeah, this is Jackie. I scored him at a 91. I noted that I really liked this organization's use of their website, social media, marketing, and overall just they talked a lot about how they were using social media as outreach. I would have just liked to have known if it was working in some of the rural settings. I really appreciate how they monetized their archived media. Thought that was an impressive revenue stream. Their artistic merit section was nicely outlined, the programming and selection process. And I thought they clearly understood their community and really appreciated their efforts to recruit a more young and diverse population in their audience. Thank you.
This is Yale for the record again. Any further discussions or anything from our panelists would like to add? Seeing nothing, let's go to the NAC staff and put the scores up.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0051 Western Folklife Center. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 94.
Thank you. Erica.
Erica, 95.
Thank you. Jackie.
Jackie, 91.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0051 Western Folklife Center are Erica, 95, Ruby, 94, Jackie, 91, Stephanie, 94, Danielle, 93, for an average score of 93.4.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandel again. Our next applicant is the Baruka Theater, OSG 24-0052. The Baruka Theater's mission is to create and share the experience of innovative theater. Let's hear from you, Jackie, on this applicant.
This is Jackie. I scored this at a 92. I thought that they had great varied background in their board, and the staff descriptions were thorough and well done. I really appreciated the narrative that clearly defining the roles of each staff person. I liked the specificity in the short and long-term goal planning. I thought they had a thoughtful approach to artistic and program selections. And they had some great partnerships and made some great efforts to address accessibility despite a landlord that was less than flexible. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record again. Stephanie Gibson, please.
Thank you. Yes, I will be raising my score. I'm not sure why I had it as where I have it, but because my comments are all very positive. The organization demonstrates a solid and longstanding reputation in Northern Nevada with programs in their theater and an extensive outreach effort. The organization works through a 2-year planning cycle, demonstrating a faith in funding and support over the course of 24 months. Their strategic plan is connected to the continuation of past work with modest ambitions to improve collaborations, technical capacities, board work, and so on. They remain nimble through a variety of partnerships and collaborations, demonstrating that the health of theaters is deeply connected to the health of communities more broadly. I really appreciated reading that. The organization works hard to provide physical accessibility to their building, but it is evident that this remains a problem and a priority for the applicant. My initial score was 85, and I'd like to raise it to 90. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is Yale for the record again. Erica.
This is Erica. I initially gave them a score of 82 and I'm willing to change it. They're honest about shutting down during the quarantine and then reopening. The organization is aiming to rebuild. They have a good start to a strategic plan. However, they did not provide a long-term plan because, as my co-panelists said, they plan for every 2 years. Their selection strength lies in reviewing the list of local artist suggestions, which is refreshing. While they're aware of the diversity of their community, their next application will be stronger if they explain how they serve the diversity of that community. And I'm willing to raise my score to 90.
This is Yale for the record again. Is there any other further discussions or anything the panelists would like to add? No?
I'll just this is Stephanie. I just want to clarify my score change was in light of comments from other panelists and a review of my score. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, let's put up the scores with the staff and tally up the scores.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0052 Bruca Theater. Jackie, your score, please.
Jackie, 92.
Thank you. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 90.
And this is Steph Montgomery. I'm sorry, Stephanie, just for the record in this part, just to restate quickly your justification.
Oh, pardon me. I did it in the wrong spot. Stephanie, my score is 90, and it's in light of my colleagues' comments and a review of my original score. Thank you.
Thanks so much. And Erica.
I changed my score to 90 as well in light of my colleagues' comments.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0052 Bruca Theater are Erica, 90, Ruby, 88, Jackie, 92, Stephanie, 90, Danielle, 90, for an average score of 90.
Thank you. This is Yale again. Moving on. OSG 24-0053, the Smith Center for Performing Arts. The mission of the Smith Center for Performing Arts is to inspire artists, audiences, and our diverse community through great performances, enriching experiences, and engaging educational programming. Let's go to Erica on this applicant. What was your scoring?
This is Erica, and I gave them an 86. A well-funded and well-structured organization. They benefit from a solid infrastructure, which NAC support will help them sustain. They have a good balance of local and out-of-town talent. In the next application, they could provide more detail to question 16. For example, what percentage of their programming caters to the diversity of their base? Do the free events, for example, reflect the diversity of their community?
All right, thank you. This is Yale again. Jackie, could you give your scores, please?
This is Jackie. I also scored an 86 and had similar comments to Erica. I thought they had a great organizational capacity section. My questions were primarily in the budget section. They didn't have any projected administrative or artist salaries in their projected budget. They discussed volunteers, but didn't list any in-kind contributions in the budget sheet. I did like the discussion of their principal programs and how the organization fit into the community as a principal cultural center, but just would have liked some details on how they evaluated the school programming and outcomes of attend, and also more details on attendance and demographics served. Thank you.
This is Yale for the record. Stephanie, what was your scores?
My initial score is 94. I noted that this large organization serves Southern Nevada and the applicant demonstrates solid financial footing and management, as well as a thorough selection process for artists and programs. The organization has a robust student services initiative that is supported by strong marketing and outreach, but the application would have benefited from learning more details about the arts impact plan that they mentioned, which is noted but not described in full. So I'd like to revise my score down to a 90. Thank you.
This is Yale for the record. Any further discussions from the panelists on this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to the staff. Let's put the scores up and do the tallies, please.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0053, the Smith Center for the Performing Arts. Erica, your score, please.
This is Erica. I gave them an 86.
Thank you. Jackie.
Jackie, 86.
Thank you. Stephanie.
Stephanie, 90, and I'm changing based on conversations, hearing from my colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0053, the Smith Center for the Performing Arts are Erica, 86, Ruby, 81, Jackie, 86, Stephanie, 90, Danielle, 94, for an average score of 87.4.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandel for the record again. Moving on. The next applicant is OSG 24-0054, State Parks Cultural Arts Board, Incorporate, DBA Super Summer Theater. Super Summer Theater is a non-for-profit volunteer organization for educational and charitable purposes that promotes the use of Nevada State parks and studio-based performances and classes. Let's go back to you, Jackie, and let us know what your scoring was for Super Summer Theater.
Yeah, my score was a 45 on this one. My questions primarily lie in the organizational capacity. And they've been operating for 40 plus years, so obviously it's working, but as an all volunteer organization that leans heavily kind of on retirees on the board particularly, I just was wondering if they had any sort of planning for future board makeup or employees or staff or succession planning in general. They lacked some specificity in who made up the committees. They discussed their decision making based on committees, but they didn't discuss who made it up, how they were chosen. Just would have liked a little bit more details on that. Again, obviously the system is working. I just would have liked more information on the mechanics of how they're doing that. And then also, given that it's an all volunteer organization, I would have expected the budget to sort of reflect that with the in-kind, and noted that they did have some great earned income from ticket sales in their budget. I did appreciate the discussion of trying to appeal to younger generations, but didn't see a discussion of audience demographics. Again, just kind of lacking details all around, and would have liked a little bit more information. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. Erica.
This is Erica, sorry. I gave this organization a 95. This is a very strong application. They met most of the criteria, though they could have provided more detail as to how their partnerships work.
Thank you. This is Yale again. Stephanie, what's your score on this applicant?
Stephanie Gibson, my score was 81. I noted that the applicant would benefit from a clear mission statement. The organization alludes to being a vehicle for promotion of the arts, but I think it's a performing arts organization as well. And the organization is organized to conduct a quote legacy project and an independent assessment of the organization. And it would have been helpful to learn what a legacy project was. The description of the organization's principal programs demonstrates a need in the community and the organization's commitment to provide affordable programming. And it would have been helpful to get statistics on the number of families and the school children served. It was just hard to understand the scope of the work that they do. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. Is there any other further discussion on this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to the staff and put the scores up and then tally those scores, please.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0054 State Parks Cultural Arts Board, Inc., DBA Super Summer Theater. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 81.
Thank you. Erica, your score, please.
This is Erica. I would like to change my score to 85 based on my co-panelist comments.
Thank you. And Jackie.
This is Jackie. My score is a 45, but I'm gonna change mine to a 75 just because I do think, despite my comments, I think I may have selected the wrong points in one of the categories because I didn't score that low on anything else. So I think there was a mistake in my scoring, but and also based on some of my the co-panelists comments. Thank you.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0054 State Parks Cultural Arts Board, Inc., DBA Super Summer Theater are Erica, 85, Ruby, 91, Jackie, 75, Stephanie, 81, Danielle, 65, for an average score of 79.4.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandell for the record. Moving on, OSG 24-0055 Brewery Arts Center. The mission of the Brewery Arts Center is to enrich the quality of life by cultivating arts and culture for all. Erica, what was your score on this applicant?
This is Erica, and my score was 79. I said this application would have benefited from citing demographic data of the region they serve. Like many during the pandemic, the organization is in a transitional phase. They have a clear understanding of the artists they bring, balancing established programming with the desire to bring new content. Artistic merit and organizational history are clear. Question 15's answer in their next application would be strengthened by articulation of demographic data produced from the census. Question 16 could be improved by naming additional partners.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record again. Stephanie.
Stephanie Gibson, I scored it 91. But I take Erica's points about the lack of data, but the organization has a long history of service to the Carson City area. And the strategic plan notes a primary goal to deepen engagement with the community and reach broader audiences, which is ambitious and very important. The application notes obstacles in increasing attendance, but also recognizes that steps taken by board and staff to improve access and connection, that there are steps taken. There are strong partnerships and collaborations. A little bit more detail would have been helpful, but that helps this organization do the work that they do. Thanks.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is Yale again. Jackie.
This is Jackie. I scored a 72. I noted similar comments as Erica about their community impact, lack of details in their demographics and partnerships, but I did note that I liked their capitalizing on the historic standing of their facilities to improve their facilities. I thought that was kind of a smart way of getting additional funding. I thought it was it had some varied and exciting programming. and just their their partnership programming that they described in their sorry, yeah, I lost my. They had some interesting partnerships that they described as a way to do their programming. But I'm willing to kind of look at my score because it does. My comments aren't reflecting the 72 I gave it, so I'll be thinking about that.
This is Yale again. Any other further comments or discussions from the panel? Seeing none, let's go to the staff and tally up those scores.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0055 Brewery Arts Center. Jackie, your score, please.
This is Jackie. I scored it at 72. I'll bring it up to an 80 based on the comments of my co-panelists.
Thank you. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 91.
Thank you. And Erica.
This is Erica, 79.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0055 Brewery Arts Center are Erica, 79, Ruby, 97, Jackie, 80, Stephanie, 91, Danielle, 83, for an average score of 86.
Thank you. This is Yale again. In the script here, it says we could break for 30 minutes for lunch, but I just want to see if you guys want to just plow through or what say you? A raise of hands if there's any people that want to break? No breaks. Wow, you guys are great. All right, let's move on then. Next grant applicant is OSG 24-0056. The Holland Project, Art, Music, Culture by Young People for Young People. The Holland Project is an arts and music initiative located in Reno, Nevada. Jackie, what was your scoring on this group?
This is Jackie. I scored them at a 96. I really love that they had a safe space policy and support committee on their board, made up of board members. They had a great variety of programming. I appreciated their flexibility in programming. Some of it was fixed, but they also allowed for pop-ups to adapt to changing conditions in the community. They had a very clear, concise discussion of short and long-term goals. Their evaluation section showed a thoughtful approach. The budget breakdown section was detailed. They demonstrated they broadly appeal to their community with programming for all ages with different artistic mediums. I really thought they understood their community and had a lot of partnerships. Would have just like a little bit more detail on the partnerships, and thought they maybe missed an opportunity to discuss diversity in program participants and organizational staff and volunteers, but otherwise I thought they had they understood diversity, just missed an opportunity to discuss it a little further. So thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale again for the record. Erica.
This is Erica. I gave them a score of 100, echoing some of the affirmative feedback of my co-panelist Jackie. I thought it was a great application and that they're doing great work.
Thank you, Erica. This is Yale for the record. Stephanie.
Just making sure I'm not muted. Stephanie, I gave this application a 96. This is a very strong organization that has deep ties in the community, serving youth throughout the Reno area. The organization has a wide breadth in programming and activities. This is a robust organization with many financial needs, and the applicant successfully demonstrates the support required to run such an active nonprofit. I appreciated those details. Programming is unique to the community, and the organization certainly serves underrepresented and low-income community members as well. Thanks.
Thank you. This is Yale again for the record. let's look at those scores from staff and tally everything up.
This is Steph Montgomery. Any further discussion, panelists?
Oh, I'm sorry. Further discussion.
Okay. All right, confirming scores for OSG 24-0056, the Holland Project. Erica, your score, please.
This is Erica, and I scored them at 100.
Thank you. Jackie.
Jackie, 96.
Thank you. Stephanie.
Stephanie, 96.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0056, the Holland Project are Erica, 100, Ruby, 97, Jackie, 96, Stephanie, 96, Danielle, 94, for an average score of 96.6.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. Let's look at the next applicant, OSG 24-0057, the Northern Nevada Rural Concert Initiative. The Northern Nevada Rural Concert Initiative goal is to bring engaging professional level cultural experiences to underserved communities, including the rural communities of Northern Nevada, as well as senior citizens, students, and underserved areas. The others with an interest in the inspiration that comes from playing and hearing the finest orchestral music. Erica, what did you score this applicant?
This is Erica, and I scored this applicant at 84. My comments are as follows: strong mission statement and clear goals. The answer to question 18 was great. The young unit reads like it runs 2 organizations. They articulate who they serve well. However, the application would have been improved if they had used census data regarding demographics.
Thank you. This is Yale again. Jackie.
This is Jackie. I thought the organization had a great organizational capacity section. Really appreciated the breakdown and clarity in the staff section, particularly. I liked in the evaluation section that they surveyed audience and musicians. I thought it was a great that they did both of those. Had a couple of questions about if they charge for performances or workshops. It wasn't mentioned in the programming section. It was hard to see on the website, but they did mention later on in the application that the concerts were free. Just would have been nice to have a little bit more information on revenue, because it wasn't also in the budget section, if I recall correctly. I did appreciate the quotes from the surveys, though I thought that was a nice touch, and their veterans outreach was very notable. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. This is Yale. Is Stephanie, what was your score?
Stephanie Gibson, my score is 90. I note that this is a strong mission for an umbrella organization looking to serve rural communities throughout Northern Nevada. It would have been helpful to read in the introduction how long the organization has been in existence. The organization's strategic plan emphasizes compensating players more equitably and finding strong collaborations in unique and diverse ways. It's very helpful, and this should be a note for all applicants, to read about what other grants the organization has earned, as well as reading quotes from audience surveys. That was just really filled out what they do. And they show a demonstrable commitment to outreach to underserved communities. Thanks.
Thank you. That's Yale for the record. Is there any other further discussion from the panel? Seeing none, let's go to the staff and tally those scores, please.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0057 Northern Nevada Rural Concert Initiative. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, 90.
Thank you. Erica.
This is Erica, 84.
Thank you. Jackie.
Jackie, 93.
Thank you. Final scores for OSG 24-0057 Northern Nevada Rural Concert Initiative are Erica 84, Ruby 85, Jackie 93, Stephanie 90, Danielle 80, for an average score of 86.4.
Thank you. This is Yale Yandell again. Moving on to the next grant applicant, OSG 24-0058, the Reno Chamber Orchestra. The mission of the Reno Chamber Orchestra is to create intimate, inspirational musical experiences by engaging the community through vibrant music, making the chamber orchestra and chamber ensembles. Let's get your score, Erica.
This is Erica, and my score was an 88. My comments are as follows. The organization answers questions 1 through 5 excellently. The answers to 6 and 7 are off to a good start. However, it would have been beneficial if their timeline was more developed and provided the details for the questions asked. Their concluding discussion of ADA compliance contrasts with the difficulty they had sitting guests in a wheelchair. While it is commendable to request patrons to articulate their needs, the answers left me wondering about ADA compliance policy if sitting them was so difficult.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. Stephanie?
Stephanie Gibson, my score is 92. I note a strong mission statement with robust staffing and a robust volunteer structure. The organization demonstrates a desire for strong partnerships and community engagement. As well, they note a commitment to creating deeper roots in the area. Marketing efforts and engagement projects with community organizations are noted in the goals for the organization. So I think this is just aspirational, more specifically. And the organization describes a diverse and ambitious program roster. Thanks.
Thank you. This is Yale again. Jackie.
This is Jackie. I actually echoed what Erica said about the ADA accessibility. I had some questions about it. And the examples they provided, I thought they could have done a little bit of a better job being proactive rather than reactive in their ADA compliance. I did appreciate their school partnerships and how they provided discounted tickets to schools. I thought that was a great way to expand their audience. I thought overall the application lacked in specifics, particularly they talked about efforts to build up the website and elevate imaging and branding, but they didn't describe what those efforts were. Their evaluation examples were kind of vague, especially on what audience feedback proposed for improvement. They said they proposed it and they took audience feedback, but they didn't provide an example. Otherwise, I thought they had great private support as demonstrated by the budget, and that their acknowledgement that they needed to diversify their audience and community outreach was commendable.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. Is there any other comments or scoring changes from the panel?
May I, this is Stephanie, may I request Jackie's score? I don't think I heard it.
Jackie, can you give us your score again?
Yeah, this is Jackie. I'm sorry if I forgot to say that. I scored it at a 71, but I'm reconsidering that given that my comments didn't match that, nor did my co-panelists.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other further discussion from the panel? This is Yale. Seeing none, let's turn to the staff and we'll show the score sheet and final averages and read them all aloud, please.
This is Steph Montgomery confirming scores for OSG 24-0058 Reno Chamber Orchestra. Jackie, your score, please.
This is Jackie, and I'll bring my score up to an 83, please. Given what my co-panelist said, and that also my comments didn't reflect the low score I originally gave.
Thank you. Stephanie, your score, please.
Stephanie, my original score was 92. In light of some comments by my co-panelists, where there was sort of light on specifics in the application, I'd like to reduce this to an 88. Thank you.
Thank you. And Erica, your score, please.
This is Erica and my score is 88.
Final scores for OSG 24-0058 Reno Chamber Orchestra are Erica 88, Ruby 85, Jackie 83, Stephanie 88, Danielle 78, for an average score of 84.4. That is our final application. So I will now, for the record, go through and read the application number, name of the organization, and the final average score. OSG 24-001 Wild Horse Productions, 92.8. OSG 24-0002 Get in the Act Arts in Action, Arts in Action, 87.4. OSG 24-003 The Reno Dance Company, 89.4. OSG 24-0004 City of the World Inc., 88.0. OSG 24-0005 Arts for All Nevada, 94.2. OSG 24-0006 Soul Food Studios, 74.6. OSG 24-0007 Music with Confidence, 85.6. OSG 24-0008 Virgin Valley Artists Association, 91.4. OSG 24-0009 Carson Valley Community Theater, 91.8. OSG 24-0010 Art Town, 95.4. OSG 24-0011 Restless Artist Theater, 91.0. OSG 24-0012 Continuing the Legacy Dance Foundation, 89.8. OSG 24-0013 Carson Valley Arts Council, 95.2. OSG 24-0014 Capital City Arts Initiative, 91.4. OSG 24-0016 Tuscarora Retreat and Summer Pottery School, 77.6. OSG 24-0017 Reno Jazz Orchestra, 86.6. OSG 24-0018 the Dr. Shirley Lindsay Young Artist Orchestra of Las Vegas, 93.6. OSG 24-0019 AVA Ballet Theater, 92.2. OSG 24-0020 Nevada Museum of Art, 94.6. OSG 24-0021 Nevada School of the Arts, 87.2. OSG 24-0022 Signature Productions, 84.6. OSG 24-0023 Left of Center Art Gallery, 92.8. OSG 24-0024 Burlesque Hall of Fame, 94.2. OSG 24-0025 Reno Pops Orchestra, 86.2. OSG 24-0026 Organem DBA Art Tech, 73.0. OSG 24-0027 Sierra Nevada Ballet, 90.2. OSG 24-0028 Good Luck Macbeth, 91.8. OSG 24-0029 David J. Draculich Art Foundation for Freedom of Expression, 89.2. OSG 24-0030 Henderson Writers Group, 77.4. OSG 24-0031 Classical Tahoe, 96.0. OSG 24-0032 Lake Tahoe Shakespeare Festival, 91.0. OSG 24-0033 Southern Nevada Musical Arts Society, 85.8. OSG 24-0034 the Nevada Woodchucks Inc., 92.2. OSG 24-003 Sierra Arts Foundation, 92.8. OSG 24-0036 Through a Child's Eyes Foundation, 88.6. OSG 24-0037 Reno Little Theater, 95.2. OSG 24-0038 Sierra School of Performing Arts, 92.8. OSG 24-0039, Proscenium Players, Inc., 84.8. OSG 24-0040, Pioneer Center for the Performing Arts, 93.2. OSG 24-0041, St. Mary's Arts Center, 94.6. OSG 24-0042, Sin City Opera, DBA Vegas City Opera, 90.4. OSG 24-0043, Positively Arts, 89.0. OSG 24-0044, The Neon Museum, 93.4. OSG 24-0045, Theater Works of Northern Nevada, 84.2. OSG 24-0046, District Arts, 69.4. OSG 24-0047, Reno Philharmonic Association, 93.4, excuse me. OSG 24-0048, Nevada Ballet Theater, 95.8. OSG 24-0049, Las Vegas Philharmonic, 88.6. OSG 24-0050, Notable Music Therapy Services, 86.2. OSG 24-0051, Western Folklife Center, 93.4. OSG 24-0052, Bruca Theater, 90.0. OSG 24-0053, the Smith Center for the Performing Arts, 87.4. OSG 24-0054, State Parks Cultural Arts Board, Inc., DBA Super Summer Theater, 79.4. OSG 24-0055, Brewery Arts Center, 86.0. OSG 24-0056, The Holland Project, 96.6. OSG 24-0057, Northern Nevada Rural Concert Initiative, 86.4. And OSG 24-0058, Reno Chamber Orchestra, 84.4.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is Yale again. The Nevada Arts Council Board would like to thank all the panelists and staff for your thoughtful work in reviewing the FY24 operating support grant applications. The Nevada Arts Council Board will meet during a public meeting to review the panel's recommendations and vote on the final grant allocations. After board approval, all applicants will receive written notification. We would now like to move to agenda item D, public comment. As a reminder, the committee will not take public comment regarding any grant applications under consideration. Is there anyone joining today's meeting who wishes to provide public comment at this time? Was any public comment received via email? Staff?
This is Krista. We have not received any public comment via email. If there is anybody joining that would like to provide public comment not related to the applications, please raise your hand and we will allow public comment. I'm just double checking if anybody is doing so. I do not see any raised hands. We are clear of public comments.
Mr. Chair, for the record, Harry Ward, Deputy Attorney General, I just want to commend the panel for doing a great job identifying themselves and doing a great job as panelists in regards to the open meeting law. Thank you.
Thank you. This is Yale for the record. We'd now like to move to agenda item E for possible action, adjournment. This meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.